Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of the Wilsons.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Miss Wilson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, I would like an increase in my financial support.
Okay. And your financial support or support for your children?
Support for the children.
Okay. Mr. Wilson, please.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it, okay? Do not address her. I'm talking to her. You will have your opportunity to speak, okay?
Yes,
Thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Go ahead.
As I was saying, I'm already receiving child support, yes, but
Okay.
I would like an increase for our children.
Okay, how many children do you all have?
2.
And how much are you receiving at this time?
$1,500 a month.
$1,500 a month, okay. And you believe that you're warranted an increase? Like, did he come into some money that you know about?
As a matter of fact, he did.
Okay, how do you know?
All right, folks. Buckle up. Today, we're diving deep into the Wilson case, where financial transparency is about to be tested in the courtroom. Miss Wilson is pushing for an increase in child support, claiming that Mr. Wilson, an attorney with a profitable oil and gas side venture, is concealing his actual earnings. The air is thick with tension as both sides prepare for battle. While Miss Wilson insists that her children deserve more support, Mr. Wilson tries to downplay his income, hoping to avoid a higher payment. The judge, however, isn't here for distractions. Right from the start, she lays down the law, making it clear that this hearing will be about facts, not emotions. Let's get into this high-stakes financial showdown.
His secretary kind of told me.
His secretary told you?
Yes.
Did she tell you something or did you ask her to look for you?
No, honestly, she just brought it to my attention.
Sounds like you need a new secretary. She's just telling your ex-wife all of your business?
I don't know what she's talking about.
It's his ex-lover.
Ex-lover, okay. We're not going to get into all of that. That has nothing to do with this court.
Thank you.
Mr. Wilson, no, I don't need you to thank me, sir.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, let's go. What is she talking about?
Well, I have an interest in an oil and gas, 2 oil and gas partnerships.
Okay.
But really, it's been a dud. We hadn't made any money until the last year we made some money.
What's some money?
I don't know how much the partnership made, but I received a $50,000.
Let me ask this question. When I ask a question, just answer it.
Yes, Your
I don't need all the extra.
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money are we talking about?
Well, the partnership itself made about $3 million.
$3 million?
But I
Okay.
received $50,000 distribution.
Now we're getting to it. You received
Well,
50?
I didn't receive $50,000. $50,000.
Did you come in my courtroom to play games? I'm
Yeah,
really
you're-
not here to play games with
No,
you.
no.
He does that a lot.
Your Honor, she's
Listen,
talking when I'm talking.
And I'll get to her in just a minute, ma'am. I'll need you to save your comments until I return to you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Wilson.
Miss Wilson confidently takes the stand, determined to prove that she isn't receiving a fair amount of child support. She explains that while she currently gets $11,500 per month, she believes Mr. Wilson's true earnings warrant a higher amount. The bombshell drops when she reveals that he recently received a $50,000 payout from his oil and gas partnership, information she obtained through his own secretary. The judge doesn't miss a beat, raising an eyebrow at this unexpected twist. Meanwhile, Mr. Wilson scrambles to control the narrative, claiming the money was used to settle an IRS debt. But the damage is done. This revelation shifts the entire tone of the case, setting up an intense battle over hidden income, financial responsibility, and whether Mr. Wilson has been playing by the rules.
Now you stop wasting my time. You received $50,000, correct?
No.
Okay, so tell me what's up with the $50,000?
Well, the partnership paid a debt of mine in the amount of $50,000.
Okay, so your partnership paid a debt of $50,000. What debt was that?
It was to the IRS.
Okay, all right. So you know that we could deem that as income, right? For purposes
Your
of
Honor.
calculating your child support.
But I didn't even receive. It didn't even touch my bank account.
It doesn't have to touch your bank account. And under Texas law, I could deem that $50,000 as income, although it's not income producing. What else? Where else you work?
Well, I'm an attorney.
Okay. What type of law do you practice?
Criminal law.
Criminal law. All right. How much money you make there?
Well, it ebbs and flows.
Well, answer the question, Mr. Wilson.
I make about I bring home about $80,000.
All right, let me look at some documents you turned in here. According to your documents, your tax return last year was $72,000. That's about accurate?
That sounds about right.
Okay, so let me tell you what we're getting ready to do. That $50,000, that was the distribution, right? That's your testimony, right?
That
Your
went to
tax
the
returns
IRS.
are correct, right?
Well,
They
Are your
are.
tax returns correct or they incorrect? Is it as simple
according to my
yes or no?
CPA.
According to your CPA. Okay.
I didn't prepare them.
According to that, I have your doing the gross from the $50,000. That brings your gross to $42,000, $4,200, excuse me. The net of that is $3,510.58. And then, according to your tax return, you make $72,000 in your business, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So that gross is $6,000, which brings that net to $4,779.38. Who covers health insurance for the children?
I do.
How much is health insurance?
$161.
$161. Let me just make sure. Is that what you're looking at in front of you? Okay, I'm just making sure. I have your document here. $161. You're going to be responsible for reimbursing that to her.
Thank you.
Yes.
With the facts on the table, the judge moves swiftly to recalculate Mr. Wilson's child support obligation. Despite his insistence that the $50,000 payout wasn't actual income, the judge isn't buying it. Under Texas law, any financial gain, whether it's salary, bonuses, or large distributions, counts toward child support calculations. Factoring in his $72,000 annual salary as an attorney, the judge determines that his new monthly payment should be $2,233, which also includes health insurance reimbursements. This ruling sends a strong message. The court prioritizes children's financial well-being over technical arguments or attempts to hide income. At this point, it's clear that Mr. Wilson's financial maneuvering has only backfired, reinforcing the court's strict stance on parental responsibility.
Well, you don't have to thank me. I didn't do you a favor. That's just what the law says. Okay? So, adding your two net resources together, I have $8,289.96. Reimbursement for the health insurance, prior to adding the reimbursement, it comes out to $2,072.50. Reimbursement of $161 gets you to $2,233.50 because your income did increase from the time that you all got a divorce.
Can I say something?
Can you ask me the question without wasting my time? Can you do that?
I saw on her Instagram that she goes on a lot of trips. I just think this extra
That-
money is
no.
going to go to these trips. I really don't think it's going to go to anything related.
That is not true.
Excuse me.
That is not true.
Excuse me.
You need to stop it.
Excuse me,
I can
both
show
of
you
you
the
need to
Instagram.
stop it. Both
It's
of you
Instagram,
need to
it's
stop
fake.
it. Excuse me. When I talk, the two of you be quiet. Now I see why y'all got a divorce. Y'all cannot get along.
No, we
But
got
listen to
divorced 'cause
this.
he cheated.
No, let me tell you about
cheated.
this. I don't care if he cheated. I do not care about her Instagram. All I care about is the money that you've made to make sure that your children are taken care of. According to the documents that your CPA produced, your income went up, therefore, your children are entitled to an increase. So, final child support amount, $2,233.50. Is there anything further from either of you?
No, ma'am, that'd be great.
Thank you. Anything further, Mr. Wilson?
I guess not, Your Honor.
Well, I guess you all are dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Frustrated with the ruling, Mr. Wilson attempts one last argument, claiming that Miss Wilson spends lavishly on vacations instead of focusing on their children. But the judge isn't having it. She shuts him down immediately, reminding him that this case is about his financial responsibility, not Miss Wilson's spending habits. The focus remains on ensuring the children receive the support they are legally entitled to. The judge stands firm, making it clear that Mr. Wilson's $50,000 distribution plays a direct role in his new support obligation. Her no-nonsense approach underlines a critical point. When it comes to child support, the court will always prioritize the children's needs over the personal grievances of the parents. As the case wraps up, Judge Van Darby takes a moment to clarify an important legal principle. Under Texas law, child support isn't just based on salary, it also includes distributions, bonuses, and other financial gains, even if those funds are used for something else, like tax payments. Mr. Wilson's $50,000 payout was a key factor in his new child support obligation, whether he liked it or not. This case serves as a strong reminder that courts take financial transparency seriously and will uncover hidden income if necessary. No matter how heated parental disputes become, the legal system remains focused on one goal: ensuring that children receive the financial support they deserve. And with that, this courtroom battle comes to a decisive close.